Hello, welcome to News English from Nine Radio and Television Station. Here comes our news today. On November the 20th, at the National Assembly House, under the chairmanship of National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ, the National Assembly conducted a discussion in the hall on the results of monitoring the resolution of voters' petitions sent to the fifth session of the 15th National Assembly. According to Vice Chairman of the National Assembly Trần Quang Phương, at the fifth session for the first time, the National Assembly spent one half day discussing in the hall the report on monitoring the resolution of voters' petitions sent to the fourth session. The 15th National Assembly has received many opinions and statements from National Assembly deputies and special attention from voters nationwide. Therefore, at the sixth session, this content was included in the meeting agenda for National Assembly delegates to discuss. According to the report on the result of monitoring the resolution and response to voters' petitions through meeting with voters of National Assembly deputies, 2,765 petitions were compiled and forwarded to competent authorities for resolution. To date, 2,751 petitions have been resolved and responded to voters, reaching 99.5%. In particular, the National Assembly, agencies of the National Assembly, and agencies under the National Assembly Standing Committee responded to 69 over 69 recommendations. The government ministries and central branches resolved and responded to 2,591 over 2,605 recommendations. On November 20th, Lê Phong High School, Biên Hòa City, solemnly celebrated the 41st anniversary of Vietnamese Teachers' Day and the 30th anniversary of the school's establishment. A semi-public school established in 1993, in 2009, Lê Phong High School officially converted to a public school, according to a decision of the People's Committee of Đồng Nai Province. Up to now, after 30 years of construction and development, with the attention of leaders at all levels, the school's facilities have been fully invested to meet the learning need of developing learners' capacity and qualities. With a motto all for the goal of educating the young generation to have comprehensive development in knowledge, ethics, skills, and healthy directing learners to good humanistic values, educating students to become quite responsibly proactive and creative global citizens in the new era continuously for many years. The school pedagogical team always strive to improve the quality of education. The school's graduation rate and university admission rate are always among the top high schools in Biên Hòa City. On November 20th, the delegation of the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment led by Deputy Director of the Legal Department of the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment, Nguyễn Văn Hùng, had a working session with Đồng Nai Province. Acting Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, Võ Tấn Đức, received and worked with the delegation. Accordingly, from November 20th to 28th, the delegation will inspect the implementation of law on administrative sanctions in the field of natural resources and environment at the People Committee of Đồng Nai Province and two cities, Biên Hòa and Long Khánh. The delegation will check the situation of administrative violations and apply the law on handling administrative violations. Main difficulties and obstacles in the practice of law enforcement on handling administrative violations, courses and recommendations of the Provincial People Committee and localities. After listening to the delegation announced the inspection decision were schedule and opinions of relevant departments and localities. The acting chairman of the People Police Committee assigned the Department of Natural Resources and Environment and localities to arrange time and appoint responsible officials to receive and work with the delegation. Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos affirmed that the country will not give up an inch of its territory in the face of Beijing's increasing assertiveness in the South China Sea. The above statement was made by President Marcos at a forum in Hawaii, U.S. President Marcos said the situation in the South China Sea had become more serious than before, warning that the Chinese military had begun to show interest in building bases on coral reefs increasingly close to the Philippine coast. He declared, "As I said before, and I will say again, the Philippines will not cede an inch of our territory to any foreign power. We will resolutely protect our sovereignty and territorial integrity while working closely with international partners." President Marcos also praised Congress support for the Philippines from the country's long-term ally, the United States, as well as Australia, South Korea, and Japan, countries that are strengthening defense cooperation with the Philippines in the face of China's growing development. Cyprus officials said on November 20th that the country is preparing to become a center for humanitarian aid activities for the Gaza Strip. Accordingly, there will be an additional aid route to Gaza from Europe instead of the only one from Egypt as currently. Currently, the only way to bring aid into Gaza is through Egypt's Rafah border crossing, but this border gate is often closed for security reasons. Cyprus plans to use its port of Larnaca to receive international aid and deliver it to Gaza, because it is one of the closest ports to the Gaza Strip in Europe, about 400 kilometers from Gaza. Cyprus said it is resolving technical, not political issues to establish a relief center for Gaza. The geopolitical problem is the only port in Gaza that has not been fully operational since it was blockaded by Israel and Egypt in 2007. The Cyprus government said that Israel does not object to its plan as long as goods shipped to Gaza are thoroughly inspected. That's all for news English for today. Thank you for joining us, and goodbye.